Fuck sakes. Intro.
Every time.
Outro. Okay, there we go. Okay, here we go. Okay, now we can do it. Oh, we're live. What the fuck? We're live? Hang on.
We're live? Hi, guys.
Yeah, apparently we went live and I didn't even realize it. So here you go with the intro.
I love that riff. It's got to be my favorite pedal
Really?
on one note. Well, yeah, because it pedals on that open whatever. I don't know if it's a D or what he's got going, but it's really just driving. Anyway, go ahead.
Welcome everyone to the Stephanie Kemmerer after party, and of course, Stephanie is with us. Mikey is here as well with us, my partner and co-host here on the show. Also, Ollie, who's gaming at the moment, is right down below me there. My brother from the other coast. And Michael Earhart, who's my brother from another country, I guess we'll say. And Sadie, my sister from another. No, wait, you're in Canada, aren't you?
No,
you're not in Canada. Okay, I can't keep track anymore.
She's beat from me.
I'm your neighbor.
Oh, there you go.
Me and Mikey and Sadie.
Howdy, neighbor.
Howdy, partner. For the Illinois trio.
Yeah.
Illinois trio. Oh, geez. Wow.
Wow.
Yeah. We're taking over.
Yeah. And I would like to congratulate everybody on the new lake that we have.
Yeah. Lake Illinois.
Lake Illinois. Our Governor Pritzker just announced that Lake Michigan has been renamed to Lake Illinois. And we also might take Green Bay. See how we're feeling.
Green Bay, yep.
There you go.
Because we're worried about invasion from the north.
Y'all remember the last time you fucked with Canadians? You had to rebuild your goddamn White House, so don't you be fucking...
What you talking about? We're talking about Lake Michigan. That is not Canadian water, all right? Leave us alone. We got other problems.
I know.
We're not messing with you, okay?
We would also like to remind you that Canada is responsible for almost half of the rules in the Geneva Convention.
That's right.
Wow. Oh, shit.
You know the Great Lakes
I showed everybody
water.
it was here earlier, but you guys know I do the first Saturday every month. We do Lego stuff. Well, in between then and the last one we did, I decided to put together the Galileo one. So there you go.
Oh, that's
There you
cool. Is that a skull in there?
Oh no, it's
I can't see. It looks like
I know it's kind of fucking stupid light.
Make him big, Mikey.
Yeah, so it's there's a globe.
Oh, okay.
Little
I thought it was a
planets.
skull or something. I was like, skull.
And if you look at the sun and the earth thing here, there's actually a little lever in the back that makes they go around each other. So, but I've got it in case, so I can't really activate it. But yeah, it's kind of neat. And we'll be building the Leonardo one on the next Lego show, which is coming up in the beginning of March. After we have a little update on the shows coming up. We have
Rexy wants to be
Helen Green will be our next guest on the 15th of February. So Helen Green will be returning to the show. And it turns out we're not going to have a show on the 22nd, folks. I'm sorry, but I am going to be away for a family function. It's one of my family's birthday parties, so I won't be around for that. So we'll be back March 1st with another Lego stream where we'll be building the Leonardo da Vinci flying machine. This fucking thing right here. There you go. So you can get a little Da Vinci minifigure and his flying machine. So that should be a lot of fun.
San Diego, those 2 weekends.
Damn.
And Lego just released another set that has more scientists in it that I'll be getting called it's the STEM one, the science, technology,
Mathematics.
No, what does the
Technology,
STEM stand for again?
education, and-
That's what I just said.
Yeah.
Science, technology, engineering, mathematics.
Method. That's it. Yes, thank you. And it'll also have Marie Curie, and it'll also have George Washington Carver as
I
well.
wanna
So
see
there you go.
the Marie Curie one.
The
You wanna see what that
OG.
looks like?
Yes.
All right, let me see. Well, it's already they have it up on the Lego website, so you can actually see it there. Let's see if I can find it.
Let me see if I
Let me see. Oh, double points. Yes, sweet.
Do it.
Hell yeah.
Do it.
That means I'm going to order the STEM one right now.
Double points are worth almost as much as triple points.
Ooh, that's so cool.
Have you
Oh,
seen it?
Did
Did you
you
see
see
it?
this big laboratory? Oh,
Huh?
Index
There's like a big lab.
Mikey.
To smithereens, in Dexter's lab. I love old intros.
That's so geeky.
What is this?
I'm sharing the lab set, Lego set.
Oh,
That's pretty sweet.
looks prisony.
Oh, Marie Curie. Yeah, but that's a mock, I think.
Oh, I
It's
need
not
it. What?
I don't think it's an official
I
Lego
never-
set, but it's one that's made, I believe.
It's from the Lego website.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I know.
you can't actually get the set.
Maybe you can. I'm not sure. Maybe that might have been a gift with purchase set. So,
Oh,
let's
that
see.
sucks.
Does it say in there what it was?
It just says the
Is-
laboratory of Marie Curie.
Oh, I see. Okay, so the one I
That's
was
a product
talking about,
idea.
the one I was talking about is this.
Don't mess with me like that. That one's still pretty cool too. Look at that DNA model.
Yeah, I mean, right? It's got.
Oh yeah, that's really cool.
There you go. And there's little Isaac Newton,
Why do we have to put George Washington in there though?
George Washington Carver.
Who cares about him?
George
What?
Washington Carver is not George Washington. Totally separate dude.
Yeah, this is George Washington Carver, the guy in the middle.
No. Oh.
Hmm.
Or
Cool.
Yeah, he was another scientist. So
that bumblebee.
But they got him with peanuts. I just wikied that recently, and he didn't like discover peanut butter or something. I thought I found out. So,
no,
I
peanut
don't
butter was invented in
know.
Canada.
Yeah. I wonder
you
why they
know-
put peanuts.
You're
on it.
welcome.
You know, Israel
Ollie, you're just saying that so you could put on your goddamn bacon cheeseburgers. I ain't trying to hear nothing out of
Oh, it's so good.
you.
Peanut butter on a bacon cheese?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
he's a freak show over there, man. He likes it. And then you know what I found out? Other people eat it too, and they say it's good. And I'm like, all y'all are nasty.
You're supposed to start feeding your kids peanut butter now at 6 months.
You are?
Mm-hmm. To prevent allergies.
What if they're already allergic?
If they have eczema, you're actually supposed to start sooner.
Yeah, why isn't the lab thing even coming? It's not even coming up on here for me.
Canadian internet.
Yeah.
I know Chicago.
It's an American website.
Canadian internet.
No, this one's Canadian.
Ha.
Neil,
Maple syrup stuck in your
Come on
goddamn
now.
router, huh? A couple of maple leaves.
Well, it shows what's available in Canada, anyways. Oh, the Flintstone set. I already have that one. Flintstones, meet the Flintstones.
A modern Stone Age
There,
family.
modern Stone Age family
Wilbur!
from the south of Bedrock. Town of Bedrock. Sorry. Yeah, no, I'm not finding the Marie Curie lab.
Just watched the Flint Bones. That was different.
Let's see. What the fuck? It's I see what it is. It's Lego Ideas possibility. It's not a set yet.
This one? Oh yeah.
Yeah. It only has 419 supporters. It's also an expired one. And you're supposed to get 10,000 or more before they even consider.
Damn.
So yeah. But you could probably take this and turn it into a mock. They may have instructions for it somewhere. You get in touch with, I guess, the person that posted this on there, and they might have the instructions for it, and you
Hey,
can
Neil.
probably build it. Yeah.
Neil, let me ask you something serious here.
Okay.
How the hell
Sure.
haven't you Lego guys haven't you guys figured out just get a fucking 3D printer?
No, they've already figured that out. As a matter of fact, some of the guys I watch have to 3D print some things because they just aren't made in Lego, and when they're making their cities, including a specific type of railroad track that they want to use. So
I'm saying every time a set would come out, I would be waiting for like the torrent of like the dimensions for all the pieces, and then they'll just be like, all right, bag one. Let me download bag one real quick, print out them motherfuckers, and then you just have to paint them, I guess.
I've tried the Lego peanuts. They're meh.
Flint Bone.
Boiled Lego
Bones. Eat
peanuts.
the flint bones. Ew.
Well, that was a PORN. Flint Bone.
Oh, Tons of Mice says, this one's for you, Stephanie. Tons of Mice says, Stephanie, Ollie's not real. He's just a Canadian attempt at AI.
That works for me.
Possibly. I'm not going to disagree with that today.
But I've met you in person, Ollie, so you're not AI.
What? You have not?
You don't know that.
Thank you for your story.
Your imagination,
Awesome.
Neil.
Got
I
me
did
fucked
not
up.
pick you
I
up
got
at the
photographic evidence, which could also be AI, I suppose. But
Yep, all fake.
all fake. All pictures are fake now.
Are really
That's right.
good. You ever use these? They're pretty.
I did download the
I don't know what it
instructions
is.
to build a micro scale Lego Viper from Battlestar Galactica. This guy right here. So this is going to be pretty fucking cool.
It looks like I did a little research on George Washington Carver. He did a lot for like rotating crops, and because they were just like planting cotton over and over and over
Yes.
and over and over, and then like the ground would just be ash. So rotating peanuts, soybeans, cowpeas, and other legumes and sweet potatoes help bring nitrogen to the soil, which apparently they thought was just a waste of time.
I could be wrong, but I think he got that from Native Americans because they were way into that way before Western culture was. They knew that you had to rotate crops.
A lot of native people didn't have fenced off areas for food. They just grew it
Right. No, but
amongst
where
the
they did
trees
it-
and everything else. You know what I mean? They weren't just like
But where they
clearing
did,
land
they
for
still-
farming.
they still knew that they had to rotate it though. But yeah, I get what you're saying.
Less of the rectangular plot, more of the hey, there's a
There you
patch
go.
of grass over there.
There's me and Ollie right there.
Nope,
So-
fake. Look, that guy's got a beard, and look, Ollie's gone, And that Ollie's got a totally different shirt on than the Ollie and the thing right there.
Into the vortex, in the conspiracy vortex.
Probably letting Boom Boom out.
Oh, this still fucking cracks me up every time I see it. Don't be sad, Laundry. No one's doing me either.
I mean,
What do you mean? I mean,
well, I mean, you could do the laundry.
ew.
Then both of you would get done. I don't know.
What?
Soap or something.
Good Lord.
That's if you want clean fun.
Right.
So, folks that have joined us here in the after party, did any of you guys ever believe in any conspiracy stuff, or?
All my conspiracy theories were right, Neil. I've been proven right about everything. That's all I know.
What we were taught in church, basically.
I watched Zeitgeist
Conspiracy.
and I believed it.
I think the movie Zeitgeist is a conspiracy theory.
Did you see that, Stephanie? Zeitgeist?
Yeah, that was what reignited me for my last and worst.
So I have a horrible
days.
story with that. I loved it. I became an evangelical about it when it first came out. It opened my mind to so much stuff. I showed a bunch of friends, and eventually I lost touch with one of those friends. Recently found him. I opened up a chat or video chat with him, and he had a big long beard. And I was like, "Dude, you look like you're ready to kill Obama." And he said, "Don't kid." And he turned on the light, and there was all these like flags behind him, like Trump flags and Confederate flags. And I was like, "Holy shit!" And I said, "What happened to you?" And he said, "Remember that movie you showed me years ago? It opened
Oh
my eyes."
no.
And so I felt responsible, but then I went, "No, it opened my mind, but not enough for my brain to fall out. You were responsible for the same fucking thing. You know, it's okay
And
if
it's the
something
people
opens
that made that movie. It's
Yeah.
the people that made that movie, because the people who watch it and believe it,
Mm.
where it's like a lot of the people that try red pilling other people, they're doing it because they believe it. Like, these are like this is the true believer segment of the conspiracy population. And they're the ones who are the biggest victims, and they end up spreading the virus to other people without even knowing it.
Yeah.
Without meaning to do bad. They're trying, they
Right.
really
No, I
believe
had
in their
good intentions.
hearts.
I thought it was opening
Yeah.
my eyes to well, I mean, the one on the financial sector, if you don't look at the overtures that might have been anti-Semitic, but there definitely is powers controlling, our world financially. There definitely is. That's not a conspiracy. That's a fact. The whole
Yeah.
thing about religion, well, it wasn't true. Some of it, they glossed over some of the Christ's resemblances and other mythical, deities. But anyways, the point is, it was still enough to just, kind of get my taste, going, and so that I wanted to learn more. And so, yay for that.
Yeah. Yeah, but it is it. I mean, if you're a true believer, it sometimes it's hard to distinguish between a true believer and an influencer. The true believer spreads stuff without any expectation of financial gain. Like you telling someone to watch Zeitgeist. You're
Mhm.
you're not getting anything out of it. You think you're helping someone.
Yep.
So
Holy shit! There's more than one.
Yeah, I think there's 3 or 4.
Yeah, three, I guess. Yeah.
And
there's the
when
pretenders.
I mentioned it in my one article about how it had repilled me on 9/11 and stuff and got me into my darkest and last stage. And I guess somehow the guys who made the movie found out about it, and they had sent me an email, and I never replied. But
Jeez.
because,
Well,
how dare you call us conspiracy theorists?
Right. Well, what's weird though is that the guy who made it, the main guy who made it, that was behind it,
Peter
how he
Joseph.
tied himself. Yeah, Peter Joseph. How he tied himself to that Jacques guy. That Jacques guy is brilliant. I mean, his ideas on a future civilization and how to set it up. Oh my Lord, I studied him. I actually have a nephew who's studying that kind of thing at college right now, and I passed it on to him, and he's like, "Wow, this guy's way ahead of his time." So I don't know how he got tied up with Peter Joseph, but wow.
Yeah, it is a very dangerous quote unquote documentary, because it's done so slick.
Boys come.
Sat on a park bench with a box of chocolates, waiting a week for Gary Sinise to show up.
Nuns of mice.
Mice. Fuck. That's too funny. All right.
Thank you though for your story, Steph. Very much.
You're welcome. Thank you for listening.
The part that gutted me was about the guy who dropped his kid off at school. Listening to, oh my God. I mean, I ran upstairs and told relatives. I was like, holy shit.
Yeah, and Lenny is if you've seen the documentary The Truth versus Alex Jones, Lenny does appear in that, and he gave me a little tip. I wrote a review about the movie when it came out on HBO, and he gave me an exclusive little tip that I was allowed to publish, that it was his first time appearing on camera with his face unobscured in 10 years. So, and he is the exact same person when I talk to him on the phone, and when we text each other, he's the exact same person that he is in that documentary. And it was very, like, I cried when I saw him in the documentary, like, just like, oh, that's my friend. Like,
Yeah.
I know that guy. Like, we talk, and he's really sweet. And I think his stoicism has helped him kind of get through it, because he's very stoic and he has a great sense of humor. And, it's fun to, like, we'll make jokes about conspiracy theories back and forth. Like I came up with, he said he was going out to eat for sushi the one day, and I said, was it crisis sushi?
What
So
in the fuck is crisis sushi?
it's a portmanteau, and it's what crisis actors eat.
Oh, I see.
And I sent him a picture. I got a
Hold
shirt
on.
for.
Hold on.
He's looking up portmanteau.
No. Let me,
Good.
let me just
I was thinking, you got to tell me what it is.
giant eye roll. Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, but he does a lot of good work, and just the book where one of the places where I read about that was Elizabeth Williamson's book, Sandy Hook: An American Tragedy. And I've read that book several times, and the most recent time when I read it, when I was researching an article on crisis actors and stuff, I came across the phase, like, how people have reached out to Lenny. People who were conspiracy theorists, and like Sandy Hook was a step too far for them, and that's what pulled them out. So I decided, I was like, hey, just so you know, like, your buddy Jim Fetzer's talking shit about you online, and hey, can we, like, I used to be a conspiracy theorist, and I'm really sorry. And then he was like, hey, can we talk? So I'm like, oh my God, yeah. But there are all these. There are one of my favorite things about, like, researching conspiracy theories now are, like, the true stories that kind of get obscured by them. Like, there are some really cool stories that you miss out on if you don't. Like, some of them will choke you up and make you cry, but you miss out on them because the conspiracy theories don't care about, like, actual victims and stuff.
True.
Yeah, when I thought I knew everything about 9/11, if you ask me the age, name of the youngest victim, I wouldn't know. Christine Hansen was 2.5 years old when she died aboard Flight 175, which hit the south side of the South Tower at 9:03 a.m. Eastern Time. Peter Hansen, who was a fan of the Grateful Dead, and his daughter Christine was the youngest victim, and his wife Sue Kim. They died together on Flight 175. Before they left the house, Christine tucked her little Peter Rabbit stuffed animal into the bed at home for when she came back, and she never returned. I know way more about 9/11 now than I did when I thought I knew everything. And I think there's something important about that.
I think it used to be about religious fanaticism, and what I've learned over the years is no, it's about colonial. Not colonial. Well, maybe.
It's just
I'll
racism.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Well, our U.S. intervention around the world is more what it has to do with than religious fanaticism.
Yeah.
Those fanatics probably became that because of our.
Well, that's what bin Laden said. He, in his letter to America, he had specifically said that U.S. foreign policy, especially with Israel, was the reason for what they called the Plains operation.
Not that I'll
This is
take
what
like a literal word of somebody like that, but yeah, we shouldn't have done what we did. Sorry, Neil.
And
That's
we
right.
shouldn't be
This is
doing it
a-
now.
This is when people say, "Oh, I'm doing my research." This is what I think of all the time now.
Yeah, that's exactly.
I'm a
I love the
researcher.
meme. I love the meme with thousands of scientists and then just one guy at the computer. Oh, I know more than you do.
Yeah.
It's a great meme too.
It's ridiculous. There's another one where they've got all these researchers in a lab, and there's a lady sitting on the toilet with her phone. I'm researching. Yeah, no, you're not. They are.
Yeah.
You're not.
You shouldn't even be using the device that is allowing you to research because your brain just isn't able to fathom.
Yeah, the government is reading my thoughts posted the person from their iPhone.
Yeah.
Let's go. What the hell is going on in the comments here? All right, so I see this one. Oh, Jen, we miss you too. And then I see this one. This episode never happened.
Yeah.
Bravo. This episode
Mike-
never
Michael,
happened. Who's
You
flying the
said these
joint?
were just warm. Would you
No,
like to have
you
touch
didn't. You
those?
didn't read that. You didn't read it. I've done hot knives, Ollie. That was the sun. The sun said that.
And then it might said Ollie, joints are Ollie's department. Thank God I was worried it was my job. I'm too high for that. What is this too high you speak of? I've never heard those two words together before.
I have
Yeah, it
100%
barely works
I've
on
heard
me.
them. I've just never understood them.
Yes,
Have you
yes,
smoked- Have
exactly.
you smoked concentrates, Neil?
Oh yeah,
I
smoked them,
I
yeah.
can't get it to work on me anymore. Barely, just barely. Like edibles do nothing to me. I'm thinking of actually eating a whole 100-milligram edible just to
Try
see if it does
concentrates.
anything.
I do that all the time.
You gotta starve yourself. You're building up a tolerance. You gotta starve
These are
yourself for like
200.
36 hours.
Is that a 42 shirt?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Nice. Nice. I love it.
That's
I
And
need
gonna
to
my-
make
my
that
former-
a Lego set.
My former conspiracy theorist shirt, one of them is hanging on the wall. I have it hanging on a little. I'll bring it over.
Remembrances.
Zero go.
Back to those halcyon days.
Doing hash
Yeah.
over. Former conspiracy theorist.
And then on the back, I escaped the rabbit hole.
Nice. Nice.
And I have a picture of myself with my friend Erica. She's a former QAnon follower.
Oh God.
Her and I met up in New York City, and we were both wearing the T-shirts. And then we got to go to the 9/11 museum, but we took the T-shirts off before we went to the museum.
Good way
But
to
it,
keep
it was
feel bitter.
it was a very healing experience because you have. She brought along with her in her backpack. She used to like Dr. Judy Woods, so she had a copy of Judy Woods' book, Where Did the Towers Go? And
Toys.
I fixed
Like you
it.
fixed it. Yay. How did you avoid QAnon?
it was really, huh?
Oh, sorry. I said, how did you avoid QAnon? But you were still going. Sorry.
Well, I February 2017 was when I got out, and that predated QAnon, but I was watching a lot of Pizzagate stuff, and I have, I read the Satanic Bible. I studied like some of the occult stuff. I'm like, this is not how Satanists are, and it's not a real thing anyway. Like even the Church of Satan, Satanic Bible, it's all just made up. So
Well,
this
they
is
don't really
this
believe
is
it's
not. Yeah, and I also saw Pizzagate. I'm like, oh, this
I'm
was
also a member.
this is McMartin. This is Johnny Gosh. This is like all these weird like satanic panics that we had. And I was like, this can't be real. I'm like, I don't believe this Pizzagate shit is real. And when QAnon came along, I wasn't really paying attention because it really is like a drug. I couldn't even deal with conspiracy theories. Like if someone talked about it, oh, that's cool, or
Yeah, I'm a member.
mentioned it, I couldn't. I didn't really start exploring this stuff until like late 2020, right before the election. And then I still wasn't completely like ready to expose myself to conspiracy content.
I mean, the election that Trump really actually won, right?
And it would have been better. I've seen a lot of people saying this, so I don't feel weird saying it myself. It would have been better if he had just won in 2020. Because he had 4 years to stew and think and plot and plan. And we had so much more protection in place. It would have been just better if Biden had never come along. Then we would have been probably done with this.
Oh, we would be done with it because he wouldn't be able to run for a third term, right?
Well, theoretically.
You know what kind? You know how?
All died from COVID.
Yeah, probably. Well, not up here.
Didn't know what the hell he was doing.
Oh, not up here. We don't have to worry.
I'm not
about
saying that.
But he still had competent people. Like he still had, even though like Trump didn't know what he was doing during COVID, like he still had competent people. Now he knows what he's doing in a bad way, and he has completely incompetent, evil people. Like I'm look, before the next election, if there is one, I would not be surprised if we don't see fucking polio again.
Hey, RFK's brainworm is offended by your comments.
Good. It can be offended, and so can his voice box. I don't care.
He needs to just start typing shit.
I don't know how anyone can listen to that guy.
It makes my stomach hurt.
Someone said it sounds like someone put a fork in a garbage disposal. But you know what I think it probably sounds like? Edmund Kemper, when he killed his mom, before he turned himself into the cops, he put her voice box in the garbage disposal. Oh. That's what RFK Jr. sounds like. He probably sounds like a voice box in a garbage disposal.
If you took a bulldog and made an accordion out of it, that's what his voice sounds like. The full fleshy insides of a bulldog being squeezed through air. Yeah. Like it's just a flatulence and a gurgle that you can't quite just.
Yeah.
Fill a plastic bag with shit, poke a little hole in it, squeeze it, and when it goes, there you go. That's him.
Put that through a speaker. Like, and it's just weird.
They're all just garbage. I was upstairs and I just saw my Amazon device, Alexa. It said fucking Christy Gnome, something DHS. And I went, fuck, the fucking shoot your dog in the face lady is leading our fucking Homeland Security. She couldn't even protect her dog.
No, she was doing that.
So he has something called spasmodic dysphonia, which is a neurological condition that causes involuntary spasms in the vocal cords. And it results in the strained or strangled quality to his voice.
And I'm sorry, I know it's because of like some kind of disease or disorder, and I'm not trying to be mean about that. I'm not trying to be an ableist.
It's RFK Jr. Who cares?
Yeah.
There you go.
For all other people who unfortunately have that condition, y'all gonna have to hold this L for a second because we finna dog this motherfucker out. All right, like y'all gonna look. We hope y'all get what y'all need. Yeah, we hope you get what you need in life, but I'm finna dog this motherfucker out. Fuck him.
You might want to stop talking so you don't sound like him and just start writing things.
No, they can talk and they can be, but they're not psychopaths trying to corrupt the entire health of children. Yeah, like he did fucking Samoa.
Dave, get in here.
That was hyperbolic.
I see the dog.
Yeah, you gotta mute there, Ali.
Throw the ball. Throw the ball. Throw the ball.
Yeah.
Throw the ball.
Yeah.
He comes to throw the ball and you watch.
Old Thunderfoot.
Where is our other Stephanie? She's usually out.
Yeah.
I was wondering.
I think he slipped.
Certainly sounds like he did.
Yeah. Are you okay?
Oh, I'm sure he's okay. He's right here. Wants to go again.
I got some munchies.
Oh yeah, me too. I gotta have more soup.
That's not a munchie. What the hell? It's gonna be the worst munchie I've ever heard of.
What
I
soup?
haven't got the munchies. Give me soup.
I want my roommate's homemade chicken soup. Fuck yeah.
I love soup. Don't get me wrong. It's not a munchie. I don't think of that when I'm high.
Munchie is something you eat when you're hungry. Like you get the munchies. Yes, it is.
It's what you get when
Could
you
be
pack
whatever
so
you
much of
want.
the edible.
All right. Okay. You go eat your rice cakes when you're stoned.
Rice cakes. Hey, the caramel ones are awesome, man.
I
Wow.
like the butter one.
Yeah, the popcorn butter ones. Yeah, those are good.
Mhm.
You better take. I just take the originals and smear fucking peanut butter all over them and eat them. Those are so
One
good.
more because this ball's gross.
And use loud. Jesus Christ. Like fucking Jerry, fucking Tom and Jerry over here.
Here. Yeah.
No, that's enough.
What in the fuck is that, Jen? Tomato soup flavored dust on grilled cheese flavored chips or crackers would go hard as fuck right now. Why not just get some tomato soup and a grilled cheese sandwich and eat them together like normal people do?
You don't have to
We're not
chip
people.
eyes things. It's like, oh, this would be great if it was a Pringles. Like, what? Just eat
I got a
it.
Scooby snack.
Why do they have ketchup flavored chips? Can't you just dip your chips in
You
ketchup?
sound like you're sounding like an
I
American.
don't know. Why do they have salt and vinegar chips? Why do you just dip your chips in salt and vinegar?
What about
Yes,
barbecue?
so.
Why do they have barbecue flavored chips? Why do you just dip
Yeah.
your chips in barbecue sauce? You know what they have up here now? They've done some international flavors up here, and one of them is fucking cucumber. I'm like, what?
Yo, I
Oh,
I've
bought.
made a
like those.
cucumber flavored chip? Like, what is that even?
I had one of those like FIFA inspired Gatorades, and I wasn't paying attention. I thought it was a normal flavor, and it was like cucumber something else, and I was like, this motherfucker don't taste like nothing. No, get this bullshit cucumber water ass. What the fuck? I thought it was like a blue green. I'm like, oh, okay, this has probably got some like funky like tropical flavor. That bitch
It's like
tastes
you're
like
eating
dishwater. Like dishwater. I was like, this is all right, man. All right, you got me. You got me. I will never
It
purchase
just
this
smells
again.
like cucumber lotion.
Word. It smells like Jergens to the motherfucker.
The Kit Kats they have in Japan, like wasabi flavored. And...
They got all the Kit Kats over there.
Ooh.
So you can get cucumber and cucumber lime flavored.
Yeah, cucumber lime.
I've had the cucumber one.
That joint was nasty. Then I had the aloe vera drink without knowing it.
Ew.
Nope.
What in the fuck?
You rub that on your skin.
It's got little gloobs of fucking aloe vera in there.
Glues. Globules.
Little gloobies.
Glues. That's new.
Cucumber Lays. Wow.
The
What are
Japanese
you doing,
ones.
Lays? Yeah.
The cucumber
lime.
just wouldn't be a strong enough flavor to overcome the base
That's what I'm
potato
thinking, right?
flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Cucumber chips is-
Like, didn't they already do cucumber chips in the form of dill pickle chips? Isn't that like the same
Kinda.
thing?
Those are the best chips
Although
for a
that's way
sandwich.
stronger.
Mhm.
That's
Dill?
the best
Yeah,
chip for a
yeah.
sandwich ever. Throw a couple of them in the sandwich. Oh, you cooking with gas now.
Did you see Tons' response to the sprinkled dust comment? Sawdust sprinkled over aging head of a whale you brought home on your Volvo. Back to RFK.
But the best dill pickle chips are Old Dutch. And I
Lime?
have only got those in Minnesota.
I've had lime and pepper flavored chips, which was actually pretty good.
We're all got interesting things to talk about.
With glues.
Yeah. I'm about to order delivery and just order like 20 different bags of chips.
Yeah.
Yeah. That won't spike your blood sugar.
Blood sugar. Better check mine.
Hmm.
22 hours till the sensor's gone. Ooh, I'm kind of high right now. I'm at 14.
Dude, that's pretty high.
It is. I ate supper, though, middle of your stream, so an hour ago.
Okay. Well, go grab a big bag of nuts or something. That'll help lower it.
No, I don't want to add anything else to it. I don't need to. I'm full.
Unagi flavored hard candy.
Unagi flavored?
Don't know
Eel
what that is.
flavored candy?
That
Oh,
doesn't
is that-
sound good at all.
What?
What's wrong?
That's lobster flavored chips. Lobster. Ah.
But
No,
unagi,
thanks.
isn't some people eat calamari? Like
Calamari.
They have,
I like
they have a
calamari.
lobster poutine, by the way, eh?
Yep, you can get
They have a
lobster
lobster
poutine.
poutine.
The worst thing is getting a piece of candy at that Japanese store and not knowing it's durian flavored.
Oh, God.
And then you put it in your mouth and it's like,
that is
onions.
that is not an American. We can't do that.
No. And
It's
I'll
not-
have
it's
to
not
open
made
the
for
candy
us.
and it's like, nope,
what is it? Hot?
durian.
No,
It tastes
it's-
like
Durian?
onion.
The world's smelliest fruit.
Oh my
Oh,
god!
Stinks like socks or
Yeah.
something.
High heaven.
Worse than cheese. What's that cheese? The head cheese. Oh,
Head
there's some fucking
cheese.
stinky cheese. There's some stinky cheeses. Yeah, there's one
Oh,
called
yeah.
head cheese.
Head cheese isn't. Head cheese is a meat thing. It's like
Yeah.
noodles and shit.
Oh,
in it.
it's not cheese. Oops.
No.
Go ahead and
Um,
stick the new cheese on there and you fucking fool me.
I like head cheese. It's not bad. But durian tastes so good, says Jan.
There's. That's how you know
Might
it's
taste
bad.
good.
Jen likes it. Jen likes Malort. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
people
Yes.
that like that.
Probably likes Vegemite too, or
Right.
Marmite, or fucking.
Sadie is a little.
And old Flintstones vitamins.
Oh,
That is some of the bitterest shit.
did you get one of those Japanese taster boxes or something?
No, I'm close to Chinatown.
Oh, okay.
They have a really
There's
good.
this little candy store that I used to go to as a kid when we used to go to this Steveston Community Center, and kitty corner to the center was this little Chinese-owned little candy store, and they used to have these. You could buy them in a little box. They were candies that were wrapped in like a rice paper, I guess, and you could eat the
could eat
rice
it.
paper with the candy, right? Which I
Yeah,
thought was
it's
the
like in a
coolest
little
thing
orange
ever.
box, and it tastes.
Yeah,
like
yeah,
orange.
yeah.
Yep, those are.
I think
like,
they were yellow back then, but yeah.
Yeah, I used to
They
get
used
those.
to
when I was
actually
a
give
kid,
them
and
away
then
at
there's a
Chinese
sticker
restaurants.
inside.
The rice
Yeah,
paper
there's-
just melts in your mouth, and I thought it was the coolest thing.
Lychee haichu.
It's like the apple. Do you know that all apple stickers and shit? You can eat those. Like in
What?
case
Stickers?
apple, the little sticker on an apple, they had to make it so you could eat it because some people were eating them. So that
Question for our guest in the chat here.
All right.
Stephanie, would you have believed a conspiracy theory that this episode never happened?
Probably not. Like I dabbled with some of the Mandela effect things, but I didn't think it was necessarily like a time
those
warp.
things are
so,
silly.
yeah.
I still have, like, I think the funniest one is the Berenstain Bears, because everyone, it's the
Yeah.
Bernstein Bears. And they used to make fun of me. And I'm like, dude, I still have, it's not within reach right now, but I still have a book and it's Berenstain Bears, right? It's
Yeah.
never been Bernstein Bears. And it's also the Monopoly guy. Did he have an ocular thing or not? He's never had one, right? So there was a picture that wasn't made by Monopoly of him that was drawn up by somebody once way back, and it had a little ocular thing on it. And I think that's where people got confused.
In the second Peck Detective movie, too, they made fun of a guy, called him the Monopoly guy, and he had an optical eye thing in.
True.
Yeah.
what year was that?
So, the second Pet Detective movie with Jim Carrey,
No, so
whatever
yeah,
that
but
was.
Ace Ventura.
70s to have fooled people our age, but yeah,
That would have been what, the late 80s, early 90s, something like that.
90s.
90s.
Hmm.
Jim Carrey's no longer doing the acting shit these days.
Hmm.
Are they calling for snow again? Oh, they're
I hope so.
Snow possible in the next few hours. Well, that narrows it down.
Mikey'd look cool with a monocle.
I had a monocle once, just for show.
You guys said I'm not very easy to hear
Who?
in the chat. Can you hear me?
God,
No,
yeah,
you're
I can.
quiet.
Okay.
God's Not
Struggling.
Dead 7. He got a monocle.
Ah.
Here we go with the God's Not Dead shit again. All right, let's see what's going on here. Let's see. The Canucks are beating the Maple Leafs. That's not a surprise. Holy shit!
Not
the
really, no.
Blackhawks have lost to the Blues. You
Oh,
must be
no.
conflicted right now, Mikey.
I don't know what to think. I bleed blue, but also the Hawks.
Right?
Mm.
Right. Connor Bedard, man, fucking one of the best players out there right now.
Yeah. Hey Steph, what was your favorite main line, your favorite drug of the conspiracies? I mean, who was your was it Infowars, or I mean, what was the main
I didn't
needle?
have like necessarily a main one, but a lot of like David Icke like appealed to me because, and I think this is where he's dangerous because he's able to present these really dark beliefs within the conspirituality universe, within like the where the conspiracy world blends with this, spirituality and stuff like that. And so he's able, he was kind of pastel pilling people before pastel pilling even meant anything, but I liked a lot of different fuckwads, like Jim Fetzer was the asshole that really kind of turned me on to the Sandy Hook shit. And I put a link in the chat just to show you how batshit insane Fetzer is. If that's the same court record I was reading, I think he filed pro se with the Supreme Court, and in the filing accuses Lenny of being a clone, and within the filing he defines the New World Order.
Beautiful.
And this guy has a PhD.
Oh no.
Yeah. And he was also one of the co-founders of 9/11 Scholars for Truth. And he got kicked out because of like his anti-Semitism and Holocaust denial. And and then I guess Richard Gage also. What?
I said they're trying to keep it pure.
Yeah. Well,
their form is stupid.
Even weirder, a band when I worked for the Express Times in Easton, Pennsylvania, I was assigned to interview a libertarian band named Poker Face. And then I interviewed them and I was like hanging out with them and they were like trying to pill me on shit. And then I was listening to an episode of Knowledge Fight, and the lead singer that I used to hang out with, Paul, had called into InfoWars. And so the host of Knowledge Fight, he's like talking a little bit about the band, and I'm like, oh no. So I looked them up and they've gone full QAnon. And Stuart Rhodes canceled an appearance with the lead singer of Poker Face, Paul, because Paul's Holocaust denial was too much for Stuart fucking Rhodes. And here's the thing. I only hung out with them like, maybe like for like 2 months or something, and not every day. And, because they seemed cool when I interviewed them and they got me high. So, and, then we lost touch and stuff like that. And, they never brought up the Holocaust stuff.
Are you getting dealt cards? It's coming through.
Oh yeah, that's right. Sorry.
Holy
But,
fucking
so
what? What?
No, I'm curious.
Are you
There's a
fucking
ghetto
kidding
bird
me?
out there.
wait, what?
What did Trump do
There's
now?
a Ghetto bird outside.
No, Trump didn't do anything. I'm just looking up a specific minifigure for Star Wars. Lego Resistance bomber pilot Finch Dallow minifigure, which was only released in the later half of the set that came out originally. They added him to the set later, so it's a limited number, and he's worth almost $2,000 for one minifigure. Now, it's not the most expensive minifigure in the world, by the way. That would be the gold top hat guy, which is worth almost a little over $10,000. There's only 100 of them, I think, or something. Not even that many. Smart people can be really stupid. Yes, they can. Anyone can be stupid.
I'm stupid.
Sometimes.
Yep.
I had a buddy, Stephanie, that I knew way back in junior high. We both started playing guitar together, and it's kind of like the other guy that I lost touch of, but I didn't imprint anything on this one. He did it all himself. We recently caught up again, and he's still dealing, what do you call it, black market herbs, and that's why he was over, and we're sitting around
Black
partying.
market
Also,
what?
he puts on herbs,
Oh, okay.
greeneries, and he puts on Forgiato Blow. And I was like, dude, no, no, not my house. It's my house. I'm like, not in my house. And he got so offended, he tried to spend the next 20 minutes skidding me, red pilling me. I was like, I love you, man. I've known you forever, buddy. But I mean, you either got to go or we got to change, subject, because I can't. Not in my house. I can't entertain that. I'm raising a son
Well,
downstairs to be thoughtful as
I
possible.
like to just tell people, I'm like, how, I set it up as a joke, like, how can you tell when someone's a conspiracy theorist? You can't. They'll tell you.
Yeah.
I mean,
Sure.
like, and I experience this personally, and sometimes I experience it now with like this like swelling like upsurge I have in socialism, where like you can't even like pay for like a pack of gum without somehow bringing up like capitalism sucks. But with a lot of these conspiracy theorists, they're like, and I shouldn't do that. I really don't need to bring that up, but a lot of the conspiracy theorists like, hey man, wow, milk prices going up. Yeah, deep states really fighting Trump hard. Whoa, dude, have a nice day. I was just like there's always some interjection that has to, like that clip of like Roseanne Barr on Bill Maher, where she like tries to crack a joke, like, have you been MK'd?
Yeah.
Like it has to be in everything, and it just
I like the way the
I've
lie
had-
folds over on itself and just
Hold
keeps
on.
evolving.
yeah.
Now look at the moon thing or not moon, but look at the creature who just took everybody to Antarctica to prove flat earthers, wrong. And now they're all fucking no, that's not true. Except for two of them that went, who now believe it and are now being eaten alive by their flat earth buddies.
It's
I love
true.
And the
That's
fact
not
that they
good.
use one of my favorite movies for all their fucking flat earth videos really pisses me off. Dark City. Every single fucking flat
Oh,
earther is like,
yeah,
oh,
Dark
Dark
City's
City,
great.
Dark City, Dark City. Like, shut up.
How?
What
How?
about
Why?
Dark City?
Yeah.
Because at the end of the movie, when they pull back, they show that the city is just a flat disc in
Oh,
space.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what? It's a
Somebody's
fucking
creative.
movie.
Somebody's creative concept. Oh God.
They want to tell you
Yeah.
that all the space shit is made in a Hollywood studio, but Dark City wasn't. I'm sorry, what?
Well, I mean, they revealed the truth in what was it? I think it was Minions Part 2 when they run through the Hollywood soundstage where they're filming the moon landing.
Yeah, because in
There's a couple
animation,
movies that have done that recently that have touched on that in a mocking way, and it's weird because you're like, okay, I get that you're mocking it, but still, there's people out there
And
not smart enough to get it.
I found out something really interesting, and I kind of stumbled upon it with the lady who runs our Wednesday night Twitch stream, Shelby. We were watching a 2-part thing about like Gaia and what was it, Cory Booker or something? He like the one that created like the blue avian aliens and stuff. Well, here, the guy that they interviewed, the guy that like started Gaia, I think he's the one that like started it. He made the documentary about The Shining, Room 237. And that's a really good documentary. But once like I'm like, oh yeah, he's affiliated with Gaia. I'm thinking back to the documentary. And I'm like, yeah, at the end he talks about that picture and the Federal Reserve, and like there were all these conspiracies in the documentary. So that kind of, I was like, wow, yeah, okay, that's the Gaia guy.
Oh, some interesting news.
Oh
Um,
shit.
The judge in the U.S. there has barred Elon Musk's team from the U.S. payment system.
Mm-hmm.
Should have been
I
done day
heard a
1.
few
Because it's
people were.
considered
Yep, he's now been banned from accessing the Treasury Department.
It's too late though.
They'll find a
Big
way
cut
around it.
down.
He's already got everybody's. I don't know what they call them in the States, but their social insurance numbers,
SSI
whatever.
number, yeah. Social Security number.
Yeah, SSN.
I don't know, but I heard somebody saying that anonymous, like, I was just going to laugh at the little kid fucking hackers he's got and going to expose that. I mean, because they're real hackers, real hackers.
Yeah, but the problem with anonymous is they're like, even when I was a conspiracy theorist, I would get so confused with anonymous stuff that I was like watching, because you would have one person, you know, one anonymous guy doing a video saying like how Trump is going to protect us, and then another anonymous guy. So there's no like real,
Oh wow,
you know what I mean? And like anonymous is similar in the way of like Antifa, where it's just like you're not really a part of this thing. It's just this like belief
amorphous.
or this idea.
Right.
And pretty much, you know, everyone you talk to with Antifa, it's in the name. They're going to be like, no, I don't like fascism. Then with anonymous, you see like, oh, there's one sect that's saying this and one sect that's saying that.
Right.
There's no like set. And I, you know, I'm not saying have an echo chamber, but I think that that is kind of confusing, you
Sure.
know? And so, but I mean, you know, I don't really, I try not to hold out much hope. And I know that sounds really bad and dark, but I don't want to go to a false sense of security,
Can't
you know?
down. Yeah, you can't be let down that way.
Yeah. And for me, it's been kind of, I've been like struggling because all of this stuff, and I might say this kind of clumsily, so forgive me if I am, because it's hard to put it to words, but all the shit that I was told was going to happen when I was a conspiracy theorist is actually happening now, but it's in reality. And the real reality headlines in the news sound like conspiracy theory stuff. So I'm navigating this I'm not saying I'm about to like lose my mind or lose my sense of reality, but, and also real reality is at the stage now where the guy who's the head of like the health agency doesn't believe in vaccines. So now me as a normal person who doesn't believe in conspiracy theories, it would not be weird for me to say I don't trust vaccines, because if that guy is the fucking head of it, I don't trust any vaccines that are going to come out, because I don't trust him and I don't trust
Holy
the
shit.
process. So now I sound like a conspiracy theorist, but my fears are actually really real.
Oh no, they pushed me to think we need
Pick the bad day to
re-education
stop smoking.
camps. They pushed me to think we
What?
need re-education camps.
Pick a bad day to stop smoking.
I picked a bad day to stop sniffing glue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Actually, they
it's a
pushed our
very,
title.
I'm sorry.
I was going to say they pushed us to believe a lot. I mean, like I say, I could go along with re-education camps now. I could go along with taking free speech from people that would kill it, you know, given that chance. And these are ways they pushed me. You know what I'm saying? That these are not natural. As a matter of fact, I'm grossed out by it. I say it and I go, ooh, bad taste in my mouth.
And I mean, honestly, if you, another thing that upsets me is, and Dan touched on it in one of the recent episodes of Knowledge Fight, and it kind of got me choked up. He was able to put to words like this feeling I've had. And he says, the most disappointing thing about Alex is that he used to present this idea of the outsider. He used to be useful. He was the outsider who was asking questions that no one else did. And there was a time when some of Alex's work was, you know, semi-real. You know, there was more of a principled ideology to it. And, you know, he railed against the police state. His fears of FEMA camps or that everyday citizens would be rounded up. And then as time went on, it was, just for patriots and stuff, And the fact that Alex abandoned that to lick the boot of a fascist dictator who he's been warning his audience about for 30 years.
That's the horseshoe
that
political theory. That's what
and
that
yeah,
is.
and Dan says, like, the person that iconic individual that Alex once represented is dead.
Mhm.
And that is like that old Alex Jones was a great character, not a great person, but a great character. And he was like, oh, if the cops ever stop you, this is what you have. Like, now he'd be like, oh, if the cops stop you, you better goddamn start licking their boots.
He
Dude has no
predicted
principles.
9/11, didn't he?
Huh? Yeah.
He
And
predicted
he should
9/11
hate.
way.
Yeah. Yeah, well, both him and Bill Cooper supposedly predicted 9/11. Bill Cooper was actually closer to it, but and to anyone who's not like really like into like foreign affairs, into like the weeds of this shit, 9/11 seemed like it came out of the blue. To people like Bill Cooper and Alex Jones, who like keep on, or Alex used to keep up on what's going on in the world, it was actually 9/11 was a very easy thing to predict.
I just want to point out that around the time he started in his little studio in a small, what do you call it? What kind of station is that where you're not on a main channel? I can't remember.
AM
The
radio.
Public access.
Public broadcasting.
Yeah.
Yeah. Around the same time he started, so did Matt. And all I can say is, be a Matt.
You're gonna have to use last names. There's a lot of Matts.
Dillahunty
There you
started
go.
his
Jeez.
experience in a small studio. I don't know. I guess I thought the reference points would go. Sorry. I thought that
First
Matt
name Door.
Matt Damon.
Matt Dillahunty. No, he started in a small studio. They did.
Yes, they started in a church.
And I also heard this. They were adjacent to the same studio where what's his name? Alex started it. I mean, either the
Yes.
same studio or adjacent to it or something like that.
They were like kitty corner, I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
I can't remember
Yeah.
exactly, but I was told.
Be a man.
And the current location of the InfoWars studios, the facility, like the Kinky Friedman's cigar warehouse, is on that property also. And Alex had Kinky on as a guest one time, and they covered it on Knowledge Fight. Dan's like, this guy's too fucking cool to be on InfoWars. But the reason he was on is because I guess he rents property, or he had a factory there or some. But the guy, I used to work at a ship place called Cigars International. So like, I used to get these free cigar boxes, and Kinky Friedman's cigar boxes, like his slogan is the Texas Jew. I think he passed away not long ago, but his cigars are high rated, and like the little snippets of the interview I heard with him on InfoWars, he sounds way too cool to be on InfoWars. But if he's willing to,
trying to get them customers, he wants cigar smokers. He don't care what kind of look. You can think the earth is made out of cheese. Do you want how many cases of cigars would you like? I don't give a fuck. I need to sell these goddamn.
Yeah.
I need to push these fucking units. It's hard to make money in the cigar game.
Yeah. So, but it's
Texas. Did you say Texas Jew? Did you say Texas
yeah, that's
Jew?
that. Yeah, Texas Jew. That's what Kinky Friedman. That was the slogan for his
I just Googled
cigars.
it,
Like
it didn't come up with anything, so I don't know what that is.
And I wonder if he changed it. But that's what the cigar boxes I used to have. Hold on.
I didn't get anything to come up. Darn it. Darn internet.
That's that. He was called. It said June 27th, 2024, Texas Tribune. It said he was a Texas satirist.
Yeah, everyone claims satire when they're just trying to edgelord. Like they're doing the same shit that everybody's one weird friend was doing on AOL Instant Messenger, and they're like, I can make a business out of this.
Hold on, let me. I swear to you, that's what they all said. I'm not like lying. That's what the cigars said. I'm not. I don't want anyone to think I'm lying.
I know. I don't think anybody would. I just
But,
noticed
yeah.
Mikey's back. Great for tonight. Fucking awesome.
Oh, okay. No, I was just looking at cigar stuff.
I like.
We've lost Neil. He's reading.
Yeah, sorry. That's it's just sometimes I get like a squirrel. I'm easily fucking distracted.
Yep.
The dog.
We're all high.
I'm just watching this guy. I guess a deer got its leg stuck in some wire, and he just cut it free, and he expected it would run away, but it's standing there staring at him. Like, oh, thanks, man. That's kind of cute. He's
Well,
like, "You're
that's
free.
freed
You
me,
can
feed
go.
me."
You're free. Like, go away. You
He
can
also-
run now." And it's
he
just
also-
standing there, like, "Oh wow, you saved me."
Oh, he could be looking at him like, did you put that shit up?
Oh, and then he just let the guy pet him. Aw.
Probably in shock.
What in the? What are you fucking kidding me? I follow this page, I guess, on Facebook called Bat in the Sun, and they often do so and so versus so and so, and sometimes they're ridiculous, right? Like just the stupidest things. Like this one is Skeletor versus Ghost Rider. It's like, what?
Skeletor.
Ghost
all
Rider
day.
every time.
Ghost Rider all day.
Yeah.
My guilty pleasure is polishing rocks.
Wow.
I got
Did you
these
polish
rocks
that yourself?
again. Yeah. It's
Oh,
Unicate.
I have an uncle that does that.
Oh no,
Cool.
no.
This
No,
one.
don't make me buy more minifigures.
See, look at this one.
Ooh.
Damn it.
It's called Frenite. It's
What
like-
kind of tumbler you got?
I have actually just a couple of small ones, and they're the nice thing is the ones I have. You know how like the blenders in the coffee shop have those like soundproof things. Now they
Yeah.
make rock tumblers with soundproof chambers.
Cool.
So in an apartment,
So you don't bother
doesn't
your
drive
neighbors.
everybody crazy. Yeah. It's
Who
just
doesn't
kinda
like
a
the-
low hum, huh?
Who doesn't like the sweet, relaxing sound of
Well, in
fucking
my
marbles in
building,
a
you know
washing
who has-
machine?
You know who has like contraband washing machines? 'Cause the building shakes.
Who's got a bowling ball in the washer?
I have contraband washing machine.
My ex tried to invent I don't know what you call it, but something to put in the dryer that hair would stick to and shit. I don't believe it ever worked, but she actually sent away and had tons of them made and sold them. But one of them had a ball in it, so that like if you had like tons of shit in your wash, it would like I don't know, it's supposed to separate it and still get the hair out. But if we use it though, the thing's just like boom, 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 boom. Sounds like there's a dead body in your fucking.
This is really
dryer.
pretty. I don't know. It's got like speckles in it. It's called it's jasper. It's really
Beautiful.
But there's like lots of fossils too in Lake Michigan. Tons of coral, like saltwater coral, because the lake used to be salty
Sure.
until the
Then we sold it all.
and then the glaciers
drugs.
melted, and then it became freshwater.
Do you ever go to the shore and look for it there in Lake Michigan
What?
for rocks? Do you ever go to the shore of Lake Michigan to look for
I have tons of
Nice.
fossils.
rocks? I mean,
Yeah, that's what
I got lots of those in my head.
all-
Mm-hmm.
Always
No, no,
quick to
here-
agree. Yep, he does. Yeah.
Yep.
here's my funniest story, Neil. My mom actually, honest to God, when she was pregnant with me, would pull over on the side of the road because she had these strange cravings. I'm guessing for minerals, but she would pick up fucking little pebbles and put them in her mouth and eat them. So my joke has always been, listen. You hear?
There's like some people that eat clay when they're pregnant, and now you can actually, if you go on Amazon, you can buy
Pica.
clay.
Hi, Nate.
Oh,
Hey, Nate.
Excuse me.
That's called pica, and
Yeah.
like, but clay and flour are two of the
Not
big
wrong.
ones.
But in Africa, it's not really a pica. It's actually something that they culturally do because there are good minerals in there. It's weird. It's like edible clay.
Oh, yes.
Weird.
Mhm.
Yes. It won't hurt you.
No.
Well, I'm sure there's, what's, fuck, I forgot the word.
Germs.
No. Well, I'm sure there's microbes in it. Yes, but there's
In soil?
yes,
Well, there's like iron and stuff too. Like,
yes, but they put iron in breakfast cereal for fuck's sake, Sadie.
yeah.
You can actually run a magnet over your breakfast
Yep.
cereal and you'll pick up little iron
Yeah.
pieces. But it's supposed to be there. That's why on the box it says fortified with iron.
Yeah, our blood cells have iron in them.
Correct.
Not mine.
That's why when you go in an MRI machine,
Are yours
like,
copper-based?
you know
Are
that
you
your cells
green-blooded?
Actually, little
Maybe.
like, line up magnetically.
I don't like how you asked me that just now, Neil. Sound like you were really like discriminating against us green bloods.
Is that right?
Good.
Well, that's the Vulcans.
Like,
Soon to
Theirs
be-
are
soon to be
their blood is
plastic
copper-based.
bloods.
That's how it
Soon to
sounded.
be plastic bloods. Don't we have plastic in us now?
Yes, we do
Yay.
have microplastics.
So yay.
Not
There's
me.
that.
I'm all plastic.
What the hell's the word I was trying to fucking think of?
Probably Constitution.
No.
If you take off
Gerbil.
Mikey's hat, you can see where he
Come
came
on,
from the
Sadie.
screw.
Super small amounts. What do they call that?
Microdose.
Infinitesimal.
Trace
Infinitesimal.
elements.
Yeah.
Oh,
Trace elements of things that may
Trace
not be.
Adkins.
Oh yeah, yeah.
I like infinitesimal.
Shush. That's not what I'm referring to in science.
It's not the
you
same thing.
silly fucking.
Mikey's all plastic. If you take off his hat, you can see where it came from the screw.
I use
With a what
use
and a what?
machines every day that look for trace elements of things all the time. Gas chromatography, ICAP,
That's
stuff like
banded
that.
iron, isn't it?
I don't know.
The screw is the piece
It's
that
like
you
a
take all
fucking
your
tiger eye.
It's called
That's
banded
novel.
iron. It's different.
Oh,
It's like
neat.
iron. You can. There's like a certain type of like. It's called tiger iron.
Nut
you can find in
Cheerios
Lake
and
Superior.
washers.
No, that's what you use when the guy doesn't pay the money. Always, you get the tiger iron, and you fucking tool him up. You know, take his knees
Star
out.
Trek deep cuts. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, whoops. Trace of tons of traces. There you go. Yes,
I actually-
trace.
I
elements.
just discovered there's a band called Holographic Planes.
Oh yeah.
Good one.
You should look up a band called Liminis. Liminis.
The singer's hot.
He's got long Jesus-like hair.
Yeah, she's real cute. I think she's got a facial hair issue, but
Well, you don't have to say
She's a
she.
dame.
You can. Didn't Musk just say, "I love Trump as much as a man can love a man"? So you can do that to me.
I don't run my life through the Elon Musk filter. Don't ruin my jokes.
Yeah, not
You
even close.
Leave my jokes alone. You ruin your own jokes with tainting them with muskness. That was a good, clean joke.
Musk fish is very, very sticky.
I'm sorry. What?
He said taint.
All I
said
heard was
musk fish is very
something
sticky.
Musk's very sticky. I don't know. I'm not
Musk
sure I want to.
fish. Musk
Oh.
fish.
Monk fish?
Oh, musk fish.
I thought it was monkfish.
Musk fish. Roly
Yummy.
poly musk fish.
Roly poly.
Eat them up. Yum. Microparsecs.
I used to love that fish head song.
Mm-hmm.
Is
Did
that
you?
just
Oh, I
is that just a
fucking
song?
stand it.
Is that from a show? I never understood it. I was
Dr.
thinking,
Demento.
Dr.
Dr.
Demento.
Demento.
what is that?
Well, some guy wrote it. Back in the 70s, a lot of people did fucking novelty comedy stuff. And this guy.
You're not
Dr.
answering
Demento,
my question, so I'm going to rephrase my question. Where is it from? Is it just from the radio? Is it from a TV show?
No, I'm telling you, some dude wrote it, and then it got. Let me finish. And then it went
Made
on
a
to
video.
Dr.
No,
Demento,
do the
and it
answer
became
first
famous.
and then the story after.
Dr. Demento played it, but it wasn't his. It was somebody else's.
What
I don't
is
know
Dr.
what
Demento? You're not explaining
A
things.
radio. Okay, a radio.
Thank you,
celebrity back in the
fucking-
70s.
Oh,
You're just
I
using
thought it was the
proper
Mentos
noun.
villain.
No,
From
Dr.
the-
Demento.
from the snacks.
He's just a classic 70s.
I get you're trying to make it simple for me, but you have to remember I don't know anything about what you're talking about.
That's
so
true.
none of it
Yep.
I can't place the references. None of the markers make sense.
It's hard to remember you're 30 years behind me. I know.
Yeah. I'm like, can you explain it? It's like, the
25.
guy from the show that we all watched as kids. It's like, what kids?
When you referenced that song, I mean, immediately I go, well, he knows Dr. Demento then. That's where my mind went.
I
Because
just
there's no
know
other
fish
way I
heads.
can know. Where did you hear it?
On the radio when I was little.
Okay.
I'll never understand guys who pay dominatrixes to degrade them. Just get married and leave your clothes everywhere.
Nuns
Oh,
remembers
shit.
him.
I take care of most of our domestic stuffs. And if anybody knows me, it's easier if I just do it myself. Instead of sharing the duty, just move. I'll do it. And then like when I get sick of doing it one day, then she does it. Just whoever's in the mood to do it just does it.
I was so touched by your toy fixing today. I thought that was awesome, Dad.
Dude, she keeps
I have one of
putting it on the edge of her crib and then she like rocks it off of there and then launches the fucking purple guy across the fucking room because it's spring loaded. I'm like, you're gonna put an eye out, lady. Quit throwing this thing.
You know those push poppers, the little pop, pop, pop. You push it and it
Mhm.
rolls and makes it pop. I broke mine. Can I send it to you?
Yeah, I'll do it.
All right.
I thought that
Your
would
new
like
job.
actually be a job somewhere, you know, as you're a little kid. It's like, I would like to be a toy repairer. But nobody repairs kids' toys. They should though. I'll start a business. Bring your busted teddy bears and such, and I will the toy doctor. This is funny. Who's typing? Who's typing?
That was me. Sorry.
No, that's fine. Did anyone have any other, well, not so much deconversion, but any other episode related things before we forget? Because then we're like, shit, we were supposed to ask her that last week and then we forgot. And now it's a week later and now it's too late. All right, no questions.
Yeah, no. I already kind of asked her. Well, here's a good thing. Here's
Ollie?
a question I wanted to ask earlier. If you
What's
had
up?
to just book it
Sorry?
and say, what was the first thing that got you in, and what was the last thing that got you out? Because I know you said that on the show, but you said it in two different parts. Real quickly, what would that be, Steph?
Well, I mean, like the first thing, just toying around with
They're
UFOs.
great.
Ollie.
Toying around with like UFOs and stuff like that was the soft pilling as a kid. I would just say kind of just the paranormal world was kind of like the soft pill entry as a kid. And I spent my entire life in and out of various stages, but it was always kind of a constant thing in the back. Like, I wouldn't be talking about it or looking into it, but it was just always in my head, like, yeah, JFK was killed by the CIA or some shit like that, And the thing that got me out was a friend telling me that they worked with a parent who lost a kid at Sandy Hook. And I think I might know which parent it is, but I specifically told my friend, I don't want you to ever tell me who it is because that's not important, because the importance of that connection is the representation of like the thing that struck me at the time that my friend told me that was, do I think they're lying to me? No, but even if they are, they're demonstrating to me the possibility that you could be in the room with someone who's affected by something you don't believe happened. So, and I actually experienced that later, a few years later. I was at a sushi restaurant not far from San Bernardino, and they had pictures of some of the victims on their wall because these were people that had frequented the restaurant and became regulars at this restaurant. And that struck me like, I was like, if I were a conspiracy theorist, that would strike me as evidence that they were real, because who the hell is going to think to go to a random sushi restaurant
and be a regular over here? Yeah.
Right. Like, who's
they always
make
got
up
a number
story?
7. We called it the Jerry, who goes through that level?
So it's those little representations to me that, but it just started with paranormal and then it ended with Sandy Hook. And I'm glad it ended there, because the next stage after Sandy Hook is usually everything's fake. And you see it nowadays like that. That's the first thing. As soon as something happens, there's some asshole. Oh, well, that was fake. And I did that when I heard about San Bernardino. When my dad
Sure.
called me and he was like, "Are you near that shooting? What shooting? San Bernardino. I don't even know where that is, Dad. Whatever." And I said to him, I was like, obviously I knew nothing about it. I said, it's a false flag.
Yeah.
So you do get kind of trained over time. Like I said, I did go through a discernment phase, but once you reach the training phase, you're just a parrot. I call it conspiracy. You're just parroting what other people say.
Gotta believe it.
Yeah.
I'm stupid. I'm sorry.
You should trademark that. I got the cult Catholic Church. I'm trying to trademark that.
I like to use a lot of cute words for stuff, but I can do that because I don't have a PhD. So if I come up with a silly little word for something, I'm not like Dr. Judy Wood. Oh, the towers were justified. You have a PhD, and that's the best you can come up with. Oh, and Cheetos and fuzzy blobs and toasted cars. By the way, I have a PhD.
Here, let me
Sorry.
let me
I
let
hate
me
that
let me poke the bear here.
bitch.
You saw the Tic Tac video. What do you think it is?
The which one?
The Tic Tac
I
Tick.
didn't see it.
with
Wait,
the
what?
Which one?
the one from the Air Force where they said that there's like the Tic Tac going across the ocean and with like going at like super crazy speeds and going up and down and all that stuff.
The UFOs.
Oh,
Really?
that would be a what are they? You
Yeah, they got a new
a
word. not UFO.
submerged, unidentified something or submersible that they say where they come out of the water or something.
Starting to think.
Oh, I
Neil
never-
McCall was asleep.
I like any of the
I was blinking.
disclosure stuff. My philosophy
Okay.
is just maybe there's some weird shit in the sky, but I just whatever.
Typically,
It ain't
Until it's
aliens.
verifiable.
I don't think
Until
it's
it's
aliens
verifiable.
either. I would really like for us to
Evolutionary.
have some freaking aliens. Like I don't even care if they're exciting aliens, but can we have just some, boring ass, hey, what's up? Like fucking aliens? Like I think we've waited long enough. I think the aliens need
help
to get
Elon
their
Musk
asses
figure
over
out
here.
This meteor that's going to come close is going to have aliens on it.
we just
Oh, they're gonna
be
be riding
Borg.
that bitch.
It's gonna dust Earth.
Dude, what if
just
they're
help
all
Elon Musk get the Christians into space.
oh my god, let's joke
They
without
wanna
him for
go.
fucking 30 seconds.
Well,
God.
don't you realize that behind that meteor is a giant space cube that's been brought here by Q and the Borg are on that space cube?
Oh my, who do we
Okay.
present? Who do we offer up to talk to Q?
Ron Watkins.
Yeah, there you
Excuse
go.
me, I played Q for a little bit. Let me talk to him.
I just
No,
saw
but
a
that's
cute little political. Oh, go ahead.
no, go ahead.
I was gonna say I saw a cute political, or I guess it was political cartoon, but it said Roswell, 1954. It had the crashed spaceship, and they had a little alien guy being, dragged away by a black suited guy or whatever. And then it's the alien saying, "Hey, he's getting away!" And there's a naked little baby Trump running away. So in other words, got the wrong yeah, I know, Mikey. I know. It
God
wasn't
damn!
It
It
wasn't
only
Musk.
lasted like 10 seconds. 10
It wasn't Musk.
seconds.
It wasn't Musk.
God.
just wanna
Anyway,
send
back
him-
to the joke.
There was a joke. Okay.
Yeah, we're joking about who we would send to represent the humans when the aliens show
Oh.
up, and you guys went to fucking Musk and Trump town. Fuck no. I'm thinking
Hey,
Neil deGrasse
Mikey.
Tyson or Bill Nye is the only people we can
Can we
actually
just let
send.
them. He can just take all the evangelicals and the white guys up there.
I want to go.
Ali's like, me first. Wait a minute. I'm
Said
in
me.
line. I'm in line. Line starts behind me, Mac. I think Mike Tyson would be a good candidate.
Yeah.
He can intimidate them and make them feel joy at the same time because he's so. She's howling at the wolf. Okay. Perhaps a comedian.
The only good one's dead.
The only good one. You talk so
George.
funny, Michael. You talk so funny.
George is the only one I would want to send up there.
It's not what you said. It's all right. I say we should send. Who would we send against their will? Who would not want to go to space? I'm sending fucking J.K. Rowling.
Wow.
Like if they look mean, I'll be here is our ambassador. Take her ass up there with you. Have fun with the Klingons. Should be
Kim
food.
Jong-il.
Yeah, he can go up there. Yeah, go ahead. Here he is. Come
Fire
here,
him
King.
into space.
Come here, King Earth. We call him King Earth. Come here, King Earth.
The
Give
Queen
me-
of Canada. Listen.
Hell yeah, she can go. She'd be like, finally, what took you so long?
I think Jen's got the best response. Send Sigourney Weaver.
Yeah, those aliens are smoked if we send Sigourney Weaver.
And a cat? Uh-oh. Forget it.
Or Keanu Reeves. He played an alien though.
Yeah.
He did this already. He knows how to do this. Hey, he might be our guy. He's got experience. Oh, we can't send Robin. Robin would have been perfect.
He's also supposed to be super nice, like one of the nicest motherfuckers like you could ever meet.
Keanu Reeves.
I've heard that too.
Yeah, like
He is nerd Jesus. I believe in Keanu.
The one guy I know from Bisbee, he was like, "Yeah, I had to give Keanu a ride, like from this show he was playing with his band at." He's like, he's as nice as everybody fucking says he is.
He's the man.
Yeah, like him and who's the other one that's supposed to be like super fucking nice? The guy from the Foo Fighters or something like that.
Dave Grohl.
Dave Grohl.
Yeah,
He's
but
nice
didn't he used
until
to be
you
like
pull
a
your-
flat? A
Go ahead.
flat wasn't he like in a flat Earth or something like that at one point? or
No, but
something
he
like
did
that?
No.
spread some anti-AIDS stuff. Like him and his band, they were. If you look into this, there's a real reason, and I love him. I mean, I fucking love their music, but there's a real reason to dislike him and some of the things they've stood for.
Ooh, they gave me a new. Thanks for giving me a new reason to hate his ass.
You already did. Why didn't you like him?
Because he yells at his fans for like recording parts of the show on their cell phones. He's like, "Put your fucking phone down." It's like, dude, shut up,
I
boomer.
didn't know that. Huh? I didn't know that.
He's done like 4 or 5 interviews now, and every time he says the same thing, that you guys need to be in the moment. It's like, dude, your tickets are $1,000, and I had to fucking request off of work fucking 6 weeks ago to get this fucking day. I'm recording this shit. Like, fuck you. It's hard out here for a fan. I don't like it when people are ungrateful to their fans, because some people don't have any fans. So you should treat them all very well.
I got to take my kid to see the Foo Fighters and Ozzy in his very last tour of Chicago. So now he's not touring, and it was outside under a full moon. The Prince of Darkness.
That Ozfest, was that Ozfest?
No. Last time he was here, it was just by himself. Well, I mean, he had an opener, but it was not a fest. I saw him at the I don't know. There's only a couple outdoor theater or places here in Chicago. that
Tinley
are big
Park.
enough. Yeah, Tinley. That's where it was.
Yeah.
The Prince of Darkness outside, full moon. I'm not fucking kidding.
Did you go to those Ozfests at that place?
Yeah.
Because he was at that. That's what I was asking. But that was a long time ago, and that was probably like 2008, and they had to pretty much wheel him out there. And then he like stood up and rambled, and I was like, "Yo, let's beat this traffic." Like I got to see Zach Wild's guitar in person, and that was good enough for me.
Oh, Zach is badass. So I saw him back in the 80s before Zach. He had Jakey Lee, and Jakey had just hurt his hand. Jakey Lee had just hurt his hand real bad, so he was on painkillers, and he fucking passed out on stage. And Ozzy looked over and laughed and said, "He tried to drink a bottle of fucking Jack Daniels and take painkillers." He goes, "You'll all get free tickets to the next show," and I never did. But
yeah, he don't even know how much them tickets was. Talking about, y'all can have tickets to the next show. His manager's back there like, "Shut the fuck up."
God, they were $7 back then. $10. Shit.
$10?
Well, I mean, I'm not kidding. Before like the whole thing
Oh
went crazy with
Can you
Yeah,
imagine?
12.50, yeah, easily.
Oh,
Yeah, 17.
that's
Welcome back, Neil.
I used to sleep out for him and we'd get a whole bunch of them and sell them to a scalper agency, and we'd always get free tickets. And, they were cheap.
Well, I was at a concert at a little place here we call the Commodore Ballroom, and it was Nirvana and
Never heard of
Mudhoney and the Melvins, and
Ooh.
Mudhoney was up on stage, and I was sitting with the singer from Mudhoney's girlfriend at the time, and I got to meet them later,
Ooh,
but-
scandalous.
I know, and no, she's super cool. And then Nirvana walked in. They walked right past me, and as I go, "Hey guys!" So I put my hand up like this. All three of them high-fived me on the way in. Now this is before they were super huge too. So
And Neil has so many infections from that dirty hand.
Yeah.
Very not
I still
clean,
haven't
though.
washed it.
It's been 40 years.
Been 42 years. You still haven't washed my hands. Yes, Toolsmith, the Melvins. They were great live too.
Who was in the Melvins? Weren't they like? Didn't that those
King
people go off to-
Buzzo? They
something
did
else?
those solo records like Kiss did, put their little faces on them with the color around it. And
Yeah.
they did those, and they had the big Frog Stomp was one of their albums, and
the fuck?
oh shit, they had some great fucking tunes, dude. So did Mudhoney. I used to love all that stuff.
Melvin's
They were
inspired.
kind of like just off of the whole Seattle grunge thing, right? They were like sideline stuff. So were the Screaming Trees at the time, and Tad.
It's
And
just Gene Simmons in Portland area.
Gene Simmons, cool.
Yeah.
He comes up to
Does he
Whistler
sing?
here all the time.
Yeah.
Does he sing or just play bass?
No, he sings.
Both. And
Okay.
sings too. Not
Listen to
lead.
God of Thunder. That's him singing. God of Thunder.
Kiss
Stanley's
is one of
the
those-
main thing.
Kiss is one of those things that I feel like it's hard for older generations to truly express what they're supposed to be about, because they just, I mean, if you weren't there for the like beginning
saw
of the
them live.
joke, you know what I mean? It's just
Looks like
kind of
a
like,
circus, yeah.
so who are these guys? They're
He
gonna
used
do
to wear
some
the
cat.
makeup.
They're gonna do some cat music. Go sing
Oh,
about,
because of Peter Chris.
you know, what
And the
is
guy that
this?
replaced him. There's a couple guys. They had what was it?
Star
Eric
Child.
Carr and he wore the fox makeup, I think.
Yeah.
And when Vinnie Vincent came in to replace Ace Frehley,
After
he
Paul
had
Stanley.
he had the
Yeah.
he had the onk that he used to wear around his face when they were still doing the makeup. Then they did Unmasked.
Ooh,
Wasn't Dr. Demento in the Melvins?
No, I don't think so. Was
I
he?
don't think so.
What?
Maybe.
What?
I'd be
I don't
shocked.
know. Don't
I
think so.
I knew that.
Dr. Demento is a Mentos commercial villain.
He eats the mints. That's why he's bad.
Buzz Osborne. Shit, there's been a lot of members. Buzz Osborne, or
I didn't
King
even know
Buzzo, as
that.
he's also known, is probably the only member that's still in it.
Look at my kids drawing.
Lori Black, Buzz Osborne. No, Lori Black was not in the band when I saw them. Trevor
Not with
Dunn.
not with chops like that. Gonna have to practice.
Matt Lukin was the bass player when I saw him.
Oh, good
I
old
saw him.
Luke's.
And
I love that they went disco.
I love disco.
Oh, wait a minute. I'm still talking about Kiss. Never mind. I lost
alternative
it.
metal, grunge, sludge metal.
I like the subgenres of harder groups because they're always so expressive.
Shoegaze. That's a new one. Shoegaze music. Nice new subgenre. It's so named because I guess they're looking down at their guitar pedals and it looks like they're looking
Stoner
at their shoes.
Witch. That's the big one. And Houdini. Those are the two big ones. Then Bullhead, Stoner Witch, Lysol, Houdini. Who was in the
Mandela
band?
Effect.
Remember Buckethead?
Yep.
Yeah, he's badass. Yeah, I know somebody that knows him.
How do you know it's him?
Somebody was going around fucking like 2 Halloweens ago with the bucket head thing, and I was like, oh my, I can't believe you even know that.
Best costume ever. I should do that every year.
And he pulled out his phone and he showed me a picture of him with the real bucket. He's like, I know this guy. I was like, get the fuck out of here. He's like, that's why I'm dressed like him. In honor of my buddy. Like, well, cool. He's actually a wicked guitar player.
I mean, Buckethead probably touched him, and then you get like Space Jam magic powers. You know what I mean? Like
No,
he
it's
accidentally
Dust. Remember the conversation earlier. It's Dust. He dusted him.
He accidentally picked up the wrong guitar and was like, "Whoa!" And then like the Buckethead power is like flowing through him.
I like that it used to just be a Colonel Sanders. It used to just be a Colonel Sanders bucket, but he had to change it to just a. He couldn't get away with that after becoming famous.
Buckethead is like this random amazing guitar player dude who would just be in this like jumpsuit, like a Jason looking mask, and then just like a KFC bucket, literally KFC bucket of chicken bucket on his head. And he would just walk out there and just start absolutely shredding, just smoke coming out of everywhere. It's just a whole disaster for everyone's ears because it was just a shred fest. He's amazing. And he would just show up. He would play for people. Like
I didn't know that he didn't do concerts. He didn't tour.
He would like jump in on people's shit because I know for sure he did one with GNR.
I think I saw him with who's the one with the great bass player?
Rush.
No.
They do have a great
bass player though.
Yeah, they do. My name is Mud. I'm thinking. My name is Mud.
Oh,
Primus.
Les Claypool, Primus.
Yeah.
I saw one of his bands.
Oh, dude, can you imagine the three of them on stage?
Who's that? Primus?
No, a Buckethead with Primus, like a 3-piece.
Oh, I think he did. I think he did.
Yeah, they did. They did.
Oh,
I saw that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Les Claypool also performed with the Residents.
No,
which
Buckethead
was
not
which
in the
was and that was like
Yeah,
a Residents joke that not too many. I mean, if you are a Residents fan, then you get the joke because for the longest time people thought that Les Claypool was actually the lead singer of the Residents. So appearing on stage with them in like full eyeball costume and shit, you know, he was just like poking fun at that. But yeah, and he has performed with Buckethead. My friend took me to see his Frog Brigade band up in Tahoe, and I wasn't really that into it, but like Les Claypool is kind of like, I guess probably the closest thing you have to with Jerry Garcia, where he has so many different bands and such a wide array of like a following.
Yeah.
And so many different like genres, and he's got his fingers in all these like really weird musical like underground subgenres and shit.
Do you know where he lives?
Yeah, either
he lives in Sebastopol, which is where the Deadheads, the original members.
The Bay of Cheese.
They live in the same town. They live in the same town where my sister lived.
He's not far from me.
And then he went on to date Les's daughter and get to work in Les's studio in his home. So my nephew has been a protege at his like, he said he got to run the fucking mixing board. I was like, get the fuck out of here. I am so jealous of you. But yeah, that
sounds nerve-wracking.
When you said that that reminds you of
Don't sneeze.
the Grateful Dead, I went, wow, they live in the same town. They were both live in Sebastopol.
Yeah.
All right, folks. Got to bring this to an end. Ollie looks like he's falling asleep.
I am not.
How dare you?
He's just looking at his screen.
Yeah.
It's the filter he has on his camera.
I don't have a filter on my camera.
He's got the sleepy filter on.
No, it's the amount of pot I spoke giving me squinty eyes.
I want internet, make me something that I can make little Z's come out from beside his head. He's looking away.
Z.
Yeah. That'd be great. All right. Once again, thank you to our guest Stephanie Kemmerer, who was on tonight, telling us all how she finally freed her mind from the trap of the conspiracy theory world. So, but I pretty much guarantee all of you, or I pretty much guarantee that all of us have believed in something silly at least once in our life, more than once for me in my case. But we do eventually. I mean, if you do a little better, you can break yourself free from these things.
And you
So
can
it's always a
become
good
a
thing.
better person. You can't become a better person without with the conspiracy theories.
That's right.
And better is the
But yeah.
goal.
And thanks to everyone for doing what you do for the show. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Also, thanks to all you guys for jumping in here with our guest with us tonight and having some fun.
Woohoo!
Sorry, I got a little distracted there halfway through towards the end there, but
And if you are someone, if you've lost someone that you've loved to conspiracy theories, or you're worried about someone, or you used to be a believer, you can reach out and you can email me. And that my email is on the tiny URL link. And sometimes people just contact me and we talk once, and that's all they need. But what we do, we don't have regular support group meetings or whatever, because it's impossible to get a bunch of people into a meeting, one place, one time, thereby destroying conspiracies. But what we do is we have this network, and we reach out to each other. And if there's like some QAnon thing, I'll reach out to Erica. If there's if I have a question about Adam Waffen, I reach out to Tyler. Tyler is former Adam Waffen. If there is a question about Christian identity, I have someone who's former of that. So we have this whole network, and we just support each other. And it's also nice to have a network of formers,
Yep, indeed.
So
just so you
we're
guys know,
here, and if you need us.
There's a link to the actual interview in the description box below, and if you go over to the actual interview, there's the links that she's referring to listed on the description page there. All right, everyone. Until then, like I always say at the end of the after party, like the late great Carl Sagan once said, billions and billions. No, I'm just kidding. He never actually said that. Extraordinary claims require extraordinary evidence. And we'll see you guys next time.
Bye.
Thank you.